Marjo Selin, welcome, Marjo.
Thank you, Joe.
We have quite an array of contestants here tonight, don't we?
What a field of contestants. There is 21 athletes from 7 countries competing for the largest purse in the Miss Olympia competition ever.
You want to know the numbers involved, folks? $100,000 up for grabs. These winners will split that much money. And you know what? Something that is as important, maybe even more, is the fact that this Miss Olympia Bodybuilding Championship is being televised live tonight on ESPN. It is a first time for that matter that any bodybuilding championship has been televised live, and we are very, very proud of that. Over 4 million people have a chance to watch this show, and we are about ready to start it for you. We had yesterday what is known as the very grueling segment of the championship. That is prejudging. Marjo, we're going to take a look at some tape of what happened yesterday, and what it amounts to really is 2 hours. These ladies have to stand there, look rock solid, and they're looking at what? They're looking at symmetry and muscularity?
They are looking at muscularity, symmetry, and definition, how visible their muscles are.
And there we see them shoulder to shoulder in the symmetry round. There are 2 rounds in prejudging. So you really can't hide here, Marjo.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You are constantly flexing and trying to look the best you can.
And points are certainly awarded. This is very important. In the muscularity round, which we will show you now, the second round, you have certain poses you must make, correct?
Correct. There is 5 mandatory poses that each athlete first performs by themselves.
And we're seeing some of the biceps and the tricep pose right there. These are poses that they must make, and they are judged by the judges. There are 9 judges. There is the reigning Ms. O, Lenda Murray. You saw a shot of her. Part 2 of the second round, the ladies side by side again, and they have to hit these poses.
Now the judges are comparing either 2 or 3 athletes at a time to really make out who is the best.
Do you feel that someone can use the prejudging as a chance to springboard or surprise the pack?
Yes, definitely so. And I think in this competition, Laura Creavalle, towards the end of prejudging, really was shining and fighting for the title.
Interesting. So Marjo Selin believes that Laura Creavalle emerged, and you see her on the left there in that picture. We'll show you the standings so far as the judges have awarded Bev Francis, #1, a veteran bodybuilder with the lowest amount of points, 14. Lenda Murray, the reigning Ms. O, #2. Laura Creavalle. Marjo says she looked good. She did. 3rd, Sandy Riddell. Sharon Marvel, I think a bit of a surprise in the 5th spot.
That's right. Sharon is quite a new competitor.
Another veteran bodybuilder, Diana Dennis, in 6th. You can hear the packed crowd here at the auditorium responding to the standings. Shelley Beattie, Anja Schreiner, and there you see Claudia Montemaggi and Sue Gafner. Those are your top 10. We'll show you 11 through 15. These 15, folks, these people will be the ones who will free pose on the stage with their chosen music. They are 1 through 15. Now, how did the judges decide who finishes in what order? Well, Marjo, as we see, 9 judges. They throw out the first, the highest, and the lowest, correct?
Exactly.
And the scores, those scores are discarded. The fewer the points means the higher the placement.
That's
so
true.
Much like golf, you hit a low score, you're in pretty good shape.
That's correct.
They'll give you a 1 if they liked you the best.
If you are the winner in that round, you'll get a 1. And after 3 rounds, if you have all 1s from each chart, you'll end up with 6 points and you are the winner.
All right, we have a who's who of talent that are going to bring you this broadcast tonight. Standing backstage, the guy who's going to get to the contestants right off the stage is veteran broadcaster Hugh Malay. Hugh.
Thank you very much, Joe. We're backstage. We get a chance to see the girls, the nervous but determined competitors come out to the stage, up the steps. Out to the stage they go, and then immediately following their routine, we will talk with them, get their impressions of their performance on stage. And it's been electric here the past 2 days, and we're ready for a big competition here at the Shrine. Back to Joe upstairs. Joe?
All right, Hugh, we are very excited. This is our live broadcast of the 1991 Ms. Olympia Bodybuilding Championship. Stay where you are. We have it coming up for you next. This broadcast brought to you in part by Great Earth Vitamin Stores, the leader in sports nutrition for bodybuilders throughout America. And by Weider, the undisputed name in fitness, Total Fitness. And by Gold's Gym International. Gold's Gym is the mecca of bodybuilding. Live coverage of the Ms. Olympia comes your way. Stay tuned.
There's more to victory than just pumping iron. That's why Weider products deliver unsurpassed quality through precision research at the highest standards available to you. From the pioneers in athletic performance nutrition. At Weider, the legacy continues with victory for you.
Ramon Morales just crashed in the Gulf.
People die in the drug war all the time, Chappie.
This final shipment should be worth another 50 million.
Your mission, unofficial.
We divide into pairs, striking wingman.
The party's over.
Their courage, unbelievable. Louis Gossett Jr., Rachel McLish.
Hey.
Aces, rated R.
Bodybuilding was born here in Southern California, and it's only right that the Ms. Olympia comes to Los Angeles for the very first time. And inside the beautiful Shrine Auditorium, we have a packed house, and a historic Shrine Auditorium it is. It has played host to Academy Awards and operas and ballets. I don't think it'll ever be the same after tonight.
I don't think so, Joe.
Okay, what we're going to do for you now is we're going to get it started by presenting for you 21 of the most beautiful, hard bodies, ripped, 21 world champion caliber bodybuilders. We're going to go down live on stage for the start of our show.
From San Diego, California, Lisa Lorio.
They added her.
From Newport Beach, California, Diana Dennis. From Scottsdale, Arizona, Jackie Paisley. From Portland, Oregon, Shelley Beattie. From Phoenix, Arizona, Sandy Riddell. From Poznan, Italy, Claudia Profanter. From Tustin, California, Sue Gafner. From Montreal, Canada, Sandra Blackie. From Delina, Czechoslovakia, Zuzana Korenkova. From Munich, Germany, Ukta Tippelt. From Port Marly, France, Marie Mahabir. Jillian Haas. From Venice, California, Laura Bowdry. From Orlando, Florida, Audrey Harris. From Holland, Hannie Van Aken. From Rimini, Italy, Claudia Montemaggi. From Edgewater, New Jersey, Sharon Marvel. From Guyana, Laura Creavalle. From New York City, Bev Francis. From Germany, Anja Schreiner. From Southfield, Michigan, Lenda Murray. There you are seeing a sneak peek of some of the posing we are going to see tonight one-on-one. 21 of the finest bodybuilders in the entire world. And Mario, they're going to have to take the title away from the lady on the top step, Lenda Murray.
That's right, and she will try to keep it.
This is not the largest field in Ms. Olympia history, but I would venture to say it is the best field in Ms. Olympia history. There is your current champion, Lenda Murray. And in no particular order, you see them running down the steps and posing dramatically as they are prepared to hit the stage singularly with their music, their routine, their creativity, and their hard bodies. Up the stage they go. Take a good look at them, because 15 of those 21 will return for the free posing. 15 of the lucky ones. 6 of them will end their evening. And for many, many months of preparation for this contest. All right, every great event like this needs a governing body, Mario.
And in this case, it is the IFBB, International Federation of Bodybuilding.
And the president of the IFB is Ben Weider. Let's hear from Ben right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the International Federation of Bodybuilders, I would like to officially welcome you to the annual Joe Weider Miss Olympia competition. We are proud to be in Los Angeles, the city where American bodybuilding was born. And I would like to welcome the 3 million fans from across the United States who will be watching this competition live on ESPN. Each competitor had to train tremendously hard in order to meet the high criteria of the IFBB so she may compete in this elitist event. Ladies and gentlemen, relax, sit back, and enjoy the greatest competition on the IFBB calendar. In my official position as president of the International Federation of Bodybuilders, I now declare the competition open. Thank you.
Our live coverage of the 1991 Ms. Olympia contest from Los Angeles continues right after this timeout. Southern California has never played host to the Ms. O, but Venice Beach can lay claim to the birth of bodybuilding. It is definitely the mecca of bodybuilding, and now the Ms. Olympia competition comes to Los Angeles. We are ready to bring it to you. Joe Fowler and Marjo Selin, along with Hugh Malay, and now we add 2 more All-Stars to our cast of talent bringing you tonight's competition. From the hit series Big Brother Jake and the show Body by Jake on ESPN, Jake Steinfeld, along with one of my favorite all-time bodybuilders, Carla Dunlap, the Ms. O of 1983. Let's give it to them right now.
Well, just so that you guys in the audience don't get bored during the commercial breaks, we put together footage from previous Miss Olympias. Here's our first Miss Olympia flashback. Live TV, you guys. Hey gang, I'm Jake of Body by Jake, and this is Carla Dunlap.
Hi everybody, and welcome.
I want to thank everybody and welcome, and I'm very excited to be here tonight because as an ex-competitive bodybuilder myself, I understand what these women have been going through for the past few weeks. Now, I may not be an expert on all the minor details of the women's sport, but I am an expert on oiling down procedures. As a matter of fact, I was in the dressing room right before the show making sure the oil was applied perfectly. Of course, if one of the gals comes out on stage and her oil looks a little uneven, I may have to touch her up a little on national television.
Jake, you may have to do a little more than just touching up, because I'm so excited about being here. I actually have my posing suit on underneath this. Okay?
Uh-oh.
And few people know that the IFBB rules say that any past Olympia winner is qualified to enter the show for life. So if you see me start to tear my clothes off, just oil me up. I may not be able to control myself. I may have to run out here and start posing.
Carla, I don't think you should wait. Let's get out there right now. What do you say, gang? Carla, right on stage. Come on.
Whoa.
Wait a second, I got the oil.
Easy, Jake, sir. Easy. We have a show to do first, so let's take a commercial break and then come back to the free posing round.
One double bicep, come on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He's not so bad himself.
Okay, to open our competitive round of tonight's show, let's start with our first competitor. The 1986 NABA World Champion is from Port Marly, France, and is competing in her 3rd Miss Olympia tonight. She's 32 years old and in 11th place right now. Let's bring on Ms. Marie Mahabir.
Marie Mahabir, and Mario Marie Mahabir is 5'5". She's 140. I'll tell you what, born in the West Indies, living in France, she has a flair to her routine, which I think we're going to enjoy.
Very impressive lady, very thick muscularity.
Now, these routines that you will see tonight, folks, The free posing to the music will go no longer than 3 minutes. You'll find that most of them will be between 2.5 to 3 minutes. And Marie chooses to come out dramatically.
I like it.
A very private lady, if for any reason, because she does not speak much English. And so she is hard to get to know, but she's in a very public occupation, and that is showing off her body for thousands in the arena and millions across the world tonight.
That's right, Joe. And earlier, Marie told me that she is actually the only female bodybuilder in France who is at this level, and she sometimes feels a little bit lonely. She wants to come to USA and participate more in the sport.
There is no better test than the one she is taking tonight. Marie Mahabir. This is her third Ms. O. What impresses you most right now, Mario?
What impresses me most is the thick muscularity, and really there is no any particular body part that would be really lacking anything. And based on the prejudging, her back is really awesome.
Right. So when you say there's no body part that would be lacking, then you must like her symmetry as well, because it is equal throughout.
Yes, I do.
You can see some gymnastics in her background, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful lady. What a beautiful stage we have here at the Shrine Auditorium. Now, are there disadvantages to staying so close to the stage and not standing up for all the judges to see?
Not really, because you want to have a variety in your routine. You want to be standing up and you want to do some down poses too. I think she's doing an excellent job. I love the music.
I told you that she is in her third Ms. O competition. Last year she finished 8th. She has made the cut of 15 tonight, and she's looking to make it into the top 10.
I think she'll be up there.
There's that back you spoke about. There's a good shot of it.
Look at the thickness. Unbelievable.
Showing a lat spread there. Again, she's on a knee. She keeps close to the stage. Very deliberate. Very, very deliberate routine. You're going to be hearing a lot of original music tonight. There's Marie Mahabir.
Our next competitor is from Creavalle, Oregon, where she works in group homes for mentally and physically disabled children. She is an environmental activist who has overcome an 80% loss of hearing to win the 1990 USA Championships and finish third in the 1991 Miss International. Her standing after yesterday's prejudging, 7th place. Welcome, Miss Shelley Beattie.
Shelley Beattie is 5'7", 145. She grew up in Orange County. She's out of Oregon now, and she chooses a much more upbeat approach to her free posing.
That's right, an audience will be going into it, I'm sure.
Let me elaborate on something Carla Dunlap mentioned about the deafness. When she was 3 years old, Shelley Beattie had an overdose of aspirin. It caused partial deafness. She is almost totally deaf. She cannot hear voices. She cannot hear music. She can't hear the phone ring. She goes on the vibration of the sound she hears right now, or she feels through her feet on the stage.
That is unbelievable.
She has only partial hearing in one ear at this point. And I'll tell you, she's challenged her energies into working with the adolescents in the group homes, and she's challenged her energies in bodybuilding.
That's right. And she told me earlier that she's very happy preparing for this show because she was able to prepare with the help of sponsors and the support of her family.
Well, she truly has my admiration.
Ooh, there's a little gymnastics for you, too.
We asked her about her general mental outlook earlier, and this is what she had to say.
Keeping an inner balance always. I don't think too far ahead because it's just overwhelming. There's just too many good, positive things that can come out of doing well. So I try and just limit what I'm thinking about, not go too far, too extreme, right or left, and just stay focused on right now, enjoying what I'm doing at the moment and not what's going to happen in the future, because I don't know, you know, just stay positive.
As you heard her speak, Marjo, we also saw her perform some very difficult gymnastic-type routines in balancing.
This is very creative.
There we go. Well, most of these ladies will tap their background, tap their athletic background, and incorporate that into this routine. After all, the judges are not only looking at the muscularity and the body, but they're looking at the creativity and how they use this 3 minutes. And she is getting the most out of it. Shelley Beattie. Okay, we're going to take you backstage where Hugh Malay is backstage, and he's going to talk with Shelley Beattie.
Thank you.
Hugh Malay is...
Thank you very much, Joe. We're back here with Shelley Beattie. Crowd really got into it. Your first, though, how do you feel?
I feel kind of in shock still a little bit because, you know, it is my first one. I couldn't hear the music. I just kept going, trying to feel the rhythm, and hung in there with the rest of them. I'm just happy to be here.
Did you feel the crowd?
Oh, yeah. I saw the hands going.
The crowd's been great all the past 2 days. We'll go back upstairs with Joe. Joe?
All right, Hugh, thank you very much. Shelley Beattie really represented herself well. We will continue with the 1991 Ms. Olympia Championships right after this timeout. Stay with us.
Cybex, strength and rehabilitation product. The most effective tools you can buy. Emphasis on quality. Designed to accommodate the widest variety of individuals without compromise in performance, safety, or comfort. Knowing how the human body responds to exercise gives us a decided edge into the understanding of how to build effective training systems. Cybex. Ask for it at your gym today.
The Golden Coast of Southern California playing host to Joe Weider's Ms. Olympia 1991. This was a competition dominated by Corey Everson in the 80s. Tonight, it's up for grabs. Let's go back to front stage with Jake and Carla Dunlap.
As with every sport, there are competitors that add color and flavor to the game. We've chosen a few of them to highlight for you tonight. Here's the first of our up-close and personal athlete profiles.
I've noticed a lot of change in bodybuilding since I've been involved. I've been training now 9 years. And the longer someone is trained, the muscles are different. The longer you've trained, you have more muscle maturity. Therefore, you'll develop a larger physique. I think in bodybuilding, they still look for the same things. They try to find the muscularity with the femininity. A lot of people think there's a controversy there. Some people like a very muscular woman, some people like a very feminine woman. But I think it's possible to put both of them together. Every year, my physique has improved year by year. And I think my biggest competition, I think, will be Lenda Murray, but I can take her.
Laura Creavalle has to be considered one of the favorites tonight. She is a veteran of the Mizzo. She's been plugging away and knocking on the door of this title for a number of years. She will be up next. Let's go back downstage to former Ms. Olympia from 1983, Carla Dunlap, and Jake from Body by Jake, as Laura Creavalle hits the stage. There you see the board on Laura. She's 5'4", 140, 32 years old, Marjo.
And she just got married a few months ago.
Congratulations to her. She married Chris Aceto, a trainer.
That's right. They've been together for a few years already.
I'll tell you what, as I say, she's knocked on the door to the title, but I don't know if she's ever looked better.
I haven't seen her any better than this. She's at her best.
Wait till she shows off her abs, folks. Wait till you see the front shot of the abs. And that back isn't anything to sneeze at either. It's great.
Check out the leg hamstrings, too.
Now, to hear that music, in most cases, folks, this is original music from these competitors. They either had the music developed for them or they bought the rights to it. There is a great shot of the lower body of Laura Creavalle.
And Joe, her posing has really improved from previous years.
This is her second year that she looks very hard. Second year in a row. This is her 4th overall, Ms. O.
She's a very hard worker, very dedicated to the sport, and keeps coming back. Always improve.
Look at that. Woo! What brings her back, Mario?
I don't know. A true love for the sport.
She was 4th last year, a former world amateur champion. She's got a nice, upbeat performance. She does look good. I liken her to Rich Gaspari of men's bodybuilding because Rich has always been there, always been close, but hasn't been able to slam the door down. Neither has Laura. But I'll tell you what, coming out of the prejudging, she was ranked in the top 5, and you have to respect that.
This just might be her night.
A recent major title for Laura was the 1990 Ms. International. That's a biggie. She won it.
Oh, that shows off the legs and the back.
Oh, that looked good. And they love her.
What a physique, Charles. What a physique.
And she's going to milk it, Mario.
Oh, she will.
She is showing her strength right now, folks. The abs. A kiss to this full house at the Shrine Auditorium. Off stage she goes. And the first person she's going to meet is Hugh Malay. So we'll follow her backstage and hear what she has to say about her performance that she just finished. And it was a terrific one. Hugh Malay is back there waiting on Laura Creavalle. At 5'4", she appears much taller and bulkier than she really is. Okay, let's go backstage to Hugh.
Thank you very much. We're back with Laura Creavalle. Prejudging yesterday, the momentum started with you, it seemed, to be carried over to today.
I don't know if it started with me. I think I got overlooked in the first rounds. Just from what I can see the scores, as they stand now, I look like I'm 3rd. But that's because I didn't get called out, as usual, in the first round. The second one, when I came out, I got a lot more comparisons, and then I started moving up, but it's kind of like a little bit too late in the game. So I came in today pretty much in the same shape, but we'll see.
Great job. Good luck. All right, back to Joe upstairs. Joe?
All right, Hugh, there are 12 more championship caliber bodybuilders ready, and we will have them for you as the Ms. Olympia 91 continues right after this message. Stay with us.
Engineering students, pay attention. Observe this structure. Remember, future engineers, with the right support, you can build anything.
When you work your body this hard, you'd better feed it right. With Morinew, the nutritious, cholesterol-free vegetable protein that's rich in amino acids, yet low in saturated fat. Morinew transforms the power of the soybean into a creamy tofu you can use in all your favorite dishes, from protein shakes to healthy main entrees. Look for Morinew in the produce department of your supermarket, because tofu does a body better, and Morinew does it best.
It is a full house at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. And we are going to take you back downstage. There are many bodies by Jake here, but there's only one named Jake. That's Jake himself and Carla Dunlap. Let's go downstage.
Let's break from the action for a personal look at another of our athletes competing here tonight.
Probably the most exciting Olympia for me. I'm bigger, and I think that I'm just as cut as I was last year. I was probably more cut than I've ever been, or in better shape than I've ever been in my life last year, and so I think that I'm probably even in better shape this year.
She's from this area, and folks, she has brought her support with her from Newport Beach, California, 5'6", 146. And she is one of the great posers of our time.
She is a true performing artist.
Very artistic. Diana Dennis, don't ask me her age. I asked her age. She said, I'm ageless.
That's right. Diana is known as the veteran of the sport, and she has 2 children, a 12-year-old and 21-year-old.
You said a 21-year-old?
Yes.
For that lady right there that we'll see on the stage?
That's right.
A 21-year-old?
Yes.
Amazing. I'll tell you how artistic Diana Dennis is. I traveled to Moscow with Diana. I saw her tear off her jacket and conduct a posing performance at Red Square 3 years ago. She was compelled to do that. She's beautiful.
And she too is in the best shape of her life.
She thinks that this is her year. I think something that keeps Diana in the running is that she's a guest poser all year long.
That's right.
She doesn't off. She's not off. She doesn't peak. She stays consistent.
She likes to perform, and you can really tell that.
She put on 10 pounds since last year's, Ms. O. I think she wears it well. It's something I believe she needed to do.
At the press conference, we asked her why she keeps on doing it, and she says she wants to provide motivation to other women of her age. To keep everyone going.
I think she's doing just that. This is her 5th Ms. Olympia. Look at her, wind it up. She'll grab the crowd, folks. Look at that look. Strengths, weaknesses, Mario?
I can't really see any weaknesses. She is very well prepared. Very good definition, and the added muscle mass from last year really is making a difference to her physique.
She finished as high as 3rd place last year. No, I don't believe that was last year. That was a couple years ago.
I believe last year she was 7th.
Was she 7th? Well, I'll tell you what. She's got a shot for a higher position than that.
I think so.
Look at the art form in her dance. And look at the muscularity, the symmetry. She seems to have the whole package right now. I guess if there's a weakness, it might be overall thickness. I mean, a Lenda Murray or a Sandy Riddell will be thicker, but I don't know if they're going to be more artistic than that. Diana Dennis, folks. Oh, they love her. There are many aspects of bodybuilding that contribute to the sport itself. Nutrition is definitely one of them. As Great Earth Vitamin Stores shows us, they'll bring us this series, Fuel of Champions. Take a look.
Nutrition used to mean the 4 basic food groups. Now, with all of the recent breakthrough research into what we should be putting into our bodies, nutrition means more specialization and quality control. Many companies are starting to maintain product quality by developing and manufacturing their own supplement products. More attention is being paid to outside appearance, and all age groups, not just young to middle-aged adults, now have more specific nutritional choices. Choices that go along well with good basic dieting advice from athletes like Ms. Olympia contender Sandy Riddell.
I try and eat well. Dieting, I don't really consider it dieting. I just consider it a way of life, a healthful way of life. I try not to eat red meat or fatty foods. I never eat deep-fried foods or butter, things like that.
In the future, look for more of these full-service vitamin corporations popping up to meet the changing demands of health-conscious Americans.
Welcome back to beautiful Southern California in the 1991 Ms. Olympia. 134 bodybuilders have tried to win this title. Only 5 have. We're going to take you back downstage for the continuation. Some of the favorites are now coming up. Let's go back downstage to Jake and Carla Dunlap.
Welcome back, gang. This is her 3rd Miss Olympia after placing 5th at the IFBB Pro World Championships in 1989. From Bolzano, Italy, and currently in 13th place, Please welcome Ms. Claudia Profanter.
Claudia Profanter. I want you folks out there watching this show to guess her height. Take a guess at her height. She's 28 years old. Mario, this lady speaks German, Italian, and some English. She certainly speaks bodybuilding.
That's right. A lady with very impressive legs.
Well, you know what? Her strength is something that is very difficult to develop in women's bodybuilding, and that is calves.
That's right. She is known as the one with the best calves.
Why is it so tough to develop calves?
I don't know. I've been wondering that for many years. I certainly don't have calves like that.
Through 8 Ms. Olympias, you were working on that, huh?
I'm still working on them.
Claudia Profanter. She has good thickness, and her back development, and you'll see it right here on this shot, is dynamic. A thin waist certainly helps. Watch the calves. There are the calves. Nice shot, guys. That's so tough for a lady to develop. Are you ready for her height? There's a nice pan up. How tall is that lady? You want to guess?
5'2".
You looked at my papers.
I do.
5'2". But what great stage presence. She only comes to the United States for major competition.
That's right. She lives in Italy.
She heard about bodybuilding in her town of Bolzano, Italy. The town itself didn't really accept it. It was considered odd. So that's exactly why she got involved. She tells us through an interpreter that she wanted to be different. There's a nice pose. You see any weakness, Mario?
Not really. No, I don't. Her symmetry is excellent. She's more detailed than the previous years. The definition is better. And the only thing I can think of is overall mass. Some other competitors might be a little bit more muscular.
This is her 3rd Ms. Olympia. She was 9th last year. Tell you what, though, 1990 was good for her.
Look at these triceps.
Oh, yes.
Look at this triceps.
And flexing them doesn't hurt. Well, this is what the ladies are going to do. They're going to take their strength and they're going to flaunt it.
This is the show. This is the show time.
1990, she was 5th in the World Pro Championships. Claudia Profanter. She did quite well in pre-judging, and I would say she does quite well in the free posing. Let's go now down to Jake and Carla.
Our next competitor is a full-time firefighter from Phoenix, Arizona. She finished 2nd in the 1989 Miss Olympia, currently in 4th place. Please give a hot welcome to Miss Sandy Riddell.
There's the board on Sandy Riddell, Mario. She is from Scottsdale, Phoenix area, and she is considered one of the favorites here tonight, and I don't think I have to explain why. Just take a good look at her. She has all the tools. Now she's using some audio. Sandy Riddell has to be a front runner. How does she get into this kind of shape for a competition like this? She talked about it.
She didn't...
I think mostly getting to shape or into beyond average condition is mental mindset, is complete focus, and it's not only you know, your diet, but it's your rest, it's your training, it's your whole positive attitude.
She shocked the bodybuilding world in 1989, coming within 3 points of dethroning Corey Everson, one of the closest Mizzos ever. Last year, she had her problems, Mario.
She suffered an injury right after the pre-judging and had to pull out.
And she admits too many diuretics caused severe cramping. She dropped out. She is here to win tonight.
When she came to pre-judging, she was shouting from the stage, "I'm back, I'm back."
She has thickness. She has bulk. She has from the sweep of her hair to the sweep of her thighs. Her artistic development in this routine is outstanding. Folks, this girl did not come out of nowhere 3 years ago, as many believe. She's been training for 9 years, competing for 7.5. She has worked long and hard for these moments on stage.
and she has worked very hard for this one because I have never seen her in such a defined condition.
She was fourth coming out of prejudging. I like her change of pace in the music.
Exactly. It keeps the routine very interesting.
Third, Ms. O for Sandy Riddell. Her goal has always been to win the Ms. O. Among her idols, one of our co-hosts tonight, Carla Dunlap. She's really playing with the music well. Look at the facial expression.
It isn't over yet.
She's looking out into the audience. Let's listen. Why not?
That is great.
They sure do.
She is in superb shape.
Look at the lats. Look at the muscularity. Look at the thickness. Her upper body, her chest is second to none.
She is on. She might have improved her placing from the pre-judging with this routine.
I think she was disappointed in her sixth place out of. Make that fourth place out of prejudging. She's trying to do something about it.
She came to win. And she's now trying to rescue whatever she didn't do at the pre-judging.
Watch her melt to the stage.
Woo.
You know what else? Very feminine.
Very feminine.
How about it, folks? The Shrine Auditorium gives her their approval. She blows a kiss to the Shrine Auditorium, and I'll tell you what, this is a very important round. The free pose works to 1/3 of your total, and I think she just starred in her posing routine. Now, Sandy Riddell heads backstage. That is where Hugh Malay stands by, and he's going to talk to Sandy now.
A winded Sandy, I might add, but you had the crowd in the palm of your hands. How would you feed off that?
Oh, great. I just love it. You know, I just came out to do my best and give a really good performance for the audience and for my family that's here and my fans. And I feel like I did a pretty good job.
Catch your breath. You did it.
Thank you.
Back upstairs to Joe. Joe?
Well, if Sandy Riddell, if she wants to win the Ms. O, she's going to have to take it away from Lenda Murray. And guess what, folks? When we come back to the Ms. Olympia, Lenda Murray will hit the stage, and you'll see why she is Ms. O. Stay with us. More comes. After a 6-year run in New York City, the Ms. Olympia comes home to the home of bodybuilding, the beautiful beaches of Los Angeles. That's where it all began. And why not continue it tonight? Let's go downstairs to Jake and Carla. Take it away, guys.
Smoking.
Well, as a former competitor, I know what goes into the making of a Miss Olympia physique. Here's another inside look just for you.
The last year of my life has changed drastically since winning the Miss Olympia. It's just been a pleasure and a challenge because I have to now not only train hard and diet hard, but I have to also learn the business of the sport and learn to represent the Miss Olympia title as best I can.
Go. And stronger than ever.
The way I prepared my music this year was very different because a lot of the voices on in the music is my voice, and it's me actually talking, and it's friends in the gym, and so it was really an experience, and it was worth every minute of it. I'm a very strong athlete, have a very strong mind. I've been in sports for a long time, and it's going to be very difficult to dethrone me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for this one. She is the reigning Ms. Olympia. She doesn't need an introduction, but we're going to do it anyway. She's on stage. Lenda Murray. She's going to be fun to watch. There's the board. She is from the suburb of Detroit called Southfield, Michigan. 155 pounds, 5'5". She's 29. And the first time she ever entered the Ms. O, she won it. That was last year.
That's right.
She's saying, I'm back. I'm back. And there is the back.
She wants a second title.
This is a lady who exudes humility as Ms. O. But on this stage, her ego has to take over. She has got to exude the kind of confidence, and there is some ego that is involved. She's got to grab the audience, but most importantly, grab the judges. Let's see if she does that.
show, Linda used to be a cheerleader, so she is used to performing.
Did you hear that? Did you like that?
Oh, here comes something different.
Oh, this is terrific. How cute. Like a 1920s, the Roaring 20s routine for Lenda Murray. Now, you can get lost in the art of this, but you still have to show body parts. And you
still have to do bodybuilding posing. But she's doing it perfectly.
Needless to say, in 1990, when she won it all, and you get a good look at her body there. Watch
look
the
at those
thighs.
legs.
There you go, the legs. That's her strength.
And the shoulders.
Yes.
Wait for a
Well, she has
shoulders.
the widest spread of anybody.
Exactly.
The upper body. You're seeing a good look at it from our camera angle.
And the thickness of her back is amazing.
I think she's going to get serious here. Can you feel it?
Oh, yes.
I think she's going to get serious.
Drama.
As I was saying, in 1990 when she won it, it changed her life. Certainly financially, but her time management, Mario. Every week another guest pose, every week another signature.
That's what I asked her, and she said that it was even harder than she ever expected.
She had only 2 months off, July and January. But here she is. I don't think she's lost a step. Look at the upper body of that lady.
Triceps and shoulders.
She traveled 10 of 12 months representing her sport.
And she says that her hobby is to travel to exotic places, so I think this is the right profession for her.
But she's going to take every second she can. And protocol makes sure that she gets that and then some. To beat the champ, you got to show up, and then you got to knock her down. You got to really, really beat her in every category.
It's going to be tough to beat this lady.
I can tell you this, though.
Look at those shoulders now, Joe.
Very muscular.
And the arms.
She was not number 1 coming out of prejudging.
I know.
She was number 2.
Let's see what happens.
There she goes, soaking up the adoration of this audience at the Shrine Auditorium. Our reigning Miss Olympia, Lenda Murray. Nowadays, everybody is working out, even me. Take a look at Gold's Gyms feature the competitive environment.
When women first got into competitive bodybuilding, the home was the most popular place to work out. But not anymore. The growing popularity of women's bodybuilding, along with advances in machinery and personal training, have brought women out of their homes and into public gyms. And according to Gold's Gym co-owner Pete Grymkowski, these gyms are also the motivation behind top-level women's bodybuilding competitions.
Myself and my partners, Ed Connors and Tim Kimber, recognized the importance of women's bodybuilding ever since 1979 when we bought Gold's Gym, and then shortly after held the first World Women's Bodybuilding Championships. Even today, we recognize its importance throughout our 400 Gold's Gyms worldwide, whether you're training for the Miss Olympia contest or for just general fitness.
Training in neighborhood gyms remains popular among millions of Americans, both men and women.
From us.
I want to drink your blood.
Oh, okay.
This Fright Night, replenish your Bud supply with plenty of Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry. And look for your Fright Night bottle wrap wherever your favorite Bud is served.
Do you really think I'm your type?
Oh, positive.
Our Miss Olympia competition continues now. Lisa Lorio will be our next contestant. Let's go back downstage to Jake and Carla Dunlap.
Our next contestant hails originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She's a national amateur champion, and this is her third Miss Olympia contestant. She's in 15th place after preliminaries. Please welcome contestant number 8, Lisa Lorio.
Mario, there's the board on Lisa Lorio from San Diego, California, originally from Baton Rouge. And she squeaks in to these finals. She ranked 15th.
She really does, and I think she has it based on her character. It just shines through.
If you're going to list her strengths, symmetry has to be one of them. Explain to our viewers what symmetry is.
Definitely. Symmetry means the equal development of muscles. You cannot just come into the show with big shoulders and arms. You also have to have the legs and the calves. Everything has to match. And Lisa has a very small waist, a good sweep in her thighs and shoulders. So she has a very good symmetry.
Now, she tells us that she also considers one of her strengths to be femininity. And that's a growing wave in women's bodybuilding.
That's right, and Lisa's routine is very dancey. That's very entertaining.
Married to Steve Winterstrom, who is a familiar name in the physique world because he's the editor of Women's Physique World magazine, so she's got it in the family. Very upbeat routine for Lisa, a bright smile.
That's right.
Very artistic. You know what she does in San Diego? She's a probation officer.
Really?
Yeah, you don't fool around with this probation officer. She was a juvenile officer in Baton Rouge for 5 years.
That's right. I think I remember her telling me that she wants to go and study further in law enforcement.
This is her third Ms. O, Mario.
And she has improved very much from last year.
She finished 11th last year.
She particularly built up her legs a little bit, and the only fault that I can see might be that her definition might not be the best.
Maybe a little soft. Maybe a little soft. Are we picky or what? Lisa Lorio, and she's going to hold tight for another pose. Wave goodbye. Off the stage she goes. Let's go downstage to Carla Dunlap.
Our next competitor chooses to train at home instead of at the big gym and is the star of ESPN's Body Shaping. She finished third in the 1990 Miss Olympia and second in the 1991 Miss International and is looking for a first here tonight. Currently in 8th place from Bad Wimpfen, Germany, Miss Anja Schreiner.
There's the board on Anja Schreiner. She is from Germany. She's 5'7", 132 pounds, 24 years old. And we talked about Lisa being feminine. This lady right here might be the leader in femininity of the current Miss Olympia competitors.
Anja is beautiful. And I think that out of all the competitors, she has the closest to perfect symmetry and structure.
No wonder she's one of the most popular guest posers in the world. And folks, Anja Schreiner will tell you, she'll say it right to your face, I don't want to get any bigger.
That's right.
This is what God gave me. This is what I'm working with. I'm going to be symmetrically perfect. And I think she is.
She is. She's
a graceful, dramatic poser, working with original music.
Her hobbies include dancing too, so that's where she gets the confidence for performing here.
You will see her dance background coming up here. Uh-huh.
Here we go.
She's the epitome of lean symmetry.
And she's so graceful in her movements.
I say she's from Germany, Mario, but she's now living in Los Angeles. The lady is smart. She knows where to be for this sport.
She knows where the opportunities are, and she's just moving now after this competition.
Right. And of course, she's very much a part of ESPN, because she's a part of the Body Shaping show on ESPN. She's just a beautiful lady. Beautiful blonde hair against her tan skin.
She pays attention to details. Look at the lat spread. She has a beautiful back.
But tell me, can symmetry and symmetry alone and femininity win the Ms. Olympia title?
Well, I don't know, Joe. In this case, Anja looks better now than at prejudging. At prejudging, she looked a little bit flat. So maybe the bigger girls have a lead on her because of that.
Well, that's an interesting observation, because out of prejudging, she finished 8th, and that's not a really strong position to be in if you want to win this title.
No, it's not, and particularly since last year she took 3rd place. I'm amazed at the gracefulness of her.
Very dramatic music and the routine to match. I think they really like her. She's got to be pleased, because this is her strongest round so far. The 1991 Ms. Olympia from the historic Shrine Auditorium continues right after we take this time out. We have more of the top competitors coming up next. Stay with us.
No one has more ways to make your fitness dreams come true. Weider, the total fitness company.
The most prestigious bodybuilding championship in the world continues live tonight on ESPN from beautiful Southern California. Tonight brought to you in part by Cybex, equipment of champions, and by Mori New. It's tofu for the health of your life. And Federal Fidelity. Fidelity Federal for all your financial needs. Let's take you back downstage. Jake and Carla.
Our next athlete hails from Melbourne, Australia, where she was 6 times an undefeated world powerlifting champion and the first woman to bench press 300 pounds. In the Miss Olympia contest, she has 3 third-place finishes and placed 2nd last year. She is in 1st place right now after the prejudging round. Please welcome owner of Bev Francis' Gold Gym, Miss Bev Francis.
Bev Francis from Long Island, New York. Mario, obviously the judges were looking for muscularity in the prejudging this year.
They must have been, because Bev is the most muscular I've ever seen her.
She is far and away the most thick and dense lady out there, and I mean that in the most complimentary form. She also, year after year, keeps herself in top shape and competing. We asked her why, year in and year out, she does this.
I want to win the competition. That's why I keep coming back. And because I feel I can be better. If I didn't feel I could be any better, if I felt that I brought my body to its peak and its limit, then I'd be happy to step out. But, you know, I want to get as much as I can out of my body. And, of course, I'd love to be in the show.
You know, anybody who was just tuning in when I said she's the most dense and thick person out there, I would wonder if they understand what I mean. It's the ultimate compliment, because she is the most muscular. But Mario, something that she has been realized, and she's been sensitive about the fact that, symmetrically speaking, she hasn't been the top. She's working on that now.
That's right. Her body is very muscular, and the only thing that she always needs to work on year after year is just improving her symmetry.
She is the owner of 7 world championships, 6 titles in powerlifting. In fact, she is the first woman to bench 300 pounds, and I'll give you the exact number. She benched 331 pounds several years ago. She was never defeated in powerlifting. She has been defeated in bodybuilding, and it bugs her.
Yeah, she retired from powerlifting. Undefeated. Amazing. I don't know what to say. Her muscularity just amazes me.
I think she brings the same intensity to bodybuilding that she brought to powerlifting. And she couldn't find a better place to work out. She owns her own Gold Gym in Long Island. Bev Francis, folks, is number one. Number one right now. Those arms are extremely thick. She finished first after prejudging. Oh, you want something else? In 1977, she was the record holder in the shot put. Oh, the girl does it all. This is her sixth Mizzo, and that's as good as it gets right there. And she knows it, too. Look at the confident look by Bev Francis.
Here's her signature pose.
She finished as high as second in 1990. She is hungry for the title, and she's milking her routine right now. Standing tall. That's her husband. Her husband is cheering her on, and he's not the only one who's cheering her on. He is her biggest fan. Bodybuilding today, it exists largely because of the vision of just a handful of people. Watch as Weider Health and Fitness presents the evolution of the sport.
When you think of the history of bodybuilding, two names seem to always come up, Ben and Joe Weider. These two brothers have spent their careers building up the image of the sport around the world, in the gym, on the stage, and in the press. In 1946, they formed the International Federation of Bodybuilding, an organization Ben still heads. In 1965, Joe created the Mr. Olympia contest, an event that helped make superstars out of Arnold Schwarzenegger and reigning champion Lee Haney. Joe Weider's introduction of the Ms. Olympia contest in 1980 gave women's bodybuilding much-needed credibility, and today it remains the premier women's bodybuilding event in the world.
I hope this event will inspire each and every one here and throughout the world to reach the absolute best they can possibly be in the realm of physical fitness and self-improvement.
Our 1991 Ms. Olympia will continue after this. Don't go away. We have several more that want to take the title away from Lenda. Stay with us. Another chapter of the Ms. Olympia unfolds tonight from the Shrine Auditorium. Let's go back downstage. Jake.
Since I've already said thanks, now let's move to our next contestant, who weighs in at 70 kilos at a height of 172 centimeters, or for us Americans, 154 pounds at 5 feet 8 inches, for those of you who haven't yet converted to the metric system. From Rimini, Italy, the 1988 Italian champion, Claudia Montemaggi.
Claudia Montemaggi, she's been training for 7.5 years. She's been competing for 6. She's 5'8", 154 pounds. That's a very heavy lady.
She's a very muscular lady.
She's got great height. 5'8" is among the tallest. I believe the tallest ever to compete was Dorothy Herndon at 5'10".
5'10", that's correct. Interesting posing here.
Very interesting posing. But if you want to show off your midsection and your sweep, that's a great shot. And I think she's showing her thighs, too. Her symmetry and her balance is her strength, though, Mario.
That's right. She has a very symmetric development. And again, maybe the only thing I can say is that maybe the definition in her lower body isn't quite up to par to some of the other competitors.
There's a nice handstand. This is her first visit to the United States. What a way to come to our country. She has seen, read, heard about the Mizzo all her life. And here she is, many thousands of miles from home, in front of a strange audience in a strange land, and she's going to show off what she's got.
And what a thrill to compete in your first Mizzo.
In fact, this is flat out her pro debut. She's never been in a professional bodybuilding competition. She finished second in the Italian Grand Prix this year, second to Tanya Knight.
That's right. That was held in Italy in front of her home audience.
And by the way, you might be asking, where is Tanya Knight? That's a nice split by Claudia Montemaggi. Tanya Knight hurt her knee in her competition at the American Gladiators and decided that if she couldn't do any leg work, standing next to Lenda Murray without any leg preparation would not be the best for her career. She chose not to show.
So you cannot come to the Miss O if you know that you are not able to prepare properly. The competition is too tough.
So that's why Tanya Knight isn't here. But Claudia Montemaggi, who finished second to Tanya in the Italian Grand Prix, is here. And she is one of 2 Italians who have made it to the top 15. That is a plus for the country. This is beautiful. Can we get a wide shot? Look at that.
Oh, here's an interesting finish. Ooh. That's flexibility, Joe. Whoever said that bodybuilders are stiff?
You used to do some of this, Marjo Selin.
Not quite that much.
Outstanding. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Let's go back downstage. Jake and Carla.
And from Holland, Hannie Van Aken. Well, we'll go from Scottsdale, Arizona, Miss Jackie Paisley.
There you go. Jackie Paisley is next up. She's 5'7", 155 pounds, 29 years old, and you know what? Scottsdale and Phoenix is becoming a hotbed with Sandy Riddell and Jackie Paisley.
There's a lot of good bodybuilders coming out from there.
Nice start to her routine with a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she's ready to deliver. Training for 8 years, competing for as many. This corporate nutritionist from the Gold's Gym in Scottsdale is ready to try to take the title.
Jackie's routines are always the most innovative in the show.
She is going to have to deliver an innovative routine because she did not do well in the prejudging and she was not happy with the prejudging.
That must be a disappointment for Jackie because she's used to placing in the top 6.
Well, you're right, Marjo. Look at that routine. I knew we were getting a bodybuilding competition. I didn't know we were getting a gymnastics lesson. This is beautiful.
Jackie is great.
You're getting several shows in one tonight, folks. She's really, really a pretty lady as well. And that's one of the reasons why she works on videos. She's very popular.
Her movements are very poetic.
Now, Jackie, to show her artistry, she helped compose her music. She hired synthesizers. Listen to this. Computer discs, a drum machine. She supervised this.
And you can even expect more from her.
Well, if you want a bond between a bodybuilder and her music, you've got it right here.
She plays a cello herself. Did you know that?
Is that right? Look at that routine. Look at that routine. There is dance. This is her 3rd Ms. O. She finished 5th in 1990, 4th in 89. She won the 1987 USA. She won the 89 Arnold. She has a track record that's among the elite in bodybuilding. But can she overcome poor prejudging? That's what she has to do right now.
The thing is, Joe, that Jackie is known for extreme definition from previous years. And this year she's a little bit fuller, maybe not quite as ripped. And that might take the points down with the judges' scores.
Jackie Paisley, everybody. I think she helped herself. I believe she raised her stock just a bit.
I think so, too.
Our 1991 Ms. Olympia competition will continue from Los Angeles right after this break. What do we do?
Our next contestant is a top international competitor, now training at Gold's Gym in Venice, Hannie Van Aken.
Hannie Van Aken, as Jake mentioned, she is training at Venice at Gold's Gym. She's originally from Holland, and she was raised in Germany. So, folks, you are seeing one international bodybuilder. Marjo, what are her strengths? I mean, she's been around a little while now.
She has very good quality muscle. And
quality muscle?
Quality muscle, very thickly put together. And I think that's because she's a very seasoned trainer. She's been training for many, many years. And when she finally made her pro debut last year, I think she was very, very happy. And now she's just going out for it.
She's a personal trainer, been training for 12 years. This is her second Ms. O. What are her weaknesses?
She might, again, not be quite as defined as Bev Francis and Laura Creavalle, but she's definitely up there.
Well, she was less than impressive in the prejudging. So we're not saying that this is 1/3. It counts 1/3 here. So this is really, if you're going to make a move, this is where you have to do it.
This is where you have to do it.
Two-time Miss World, Hannie Van Aken in 1987, and in 1988 she was Miss World. She is finished, folks. Without the hardware of these hard bodies, there would not be this type of an event very possible. Cybex brings you 20th century hardware.
Building better machines, the goal of both exercise equipment manufacturers and bodybuilders. And today, more than ever, serious weight trainers are turning to high technology to gain that competitive edge. Free weights are slowly being replaced by machines that target not only specific body parts, but also the most productive workout techniques.
It's adaptable to John Q. Public, who just wants to come in and get in shape, or someone like myself who's a competitive bodybuilder. You know, it's good stuff. I like training on it. I also am a private trainer, so I have a lot of my clients who are not competitive bodybuilders that I can put on the same pieces of equipment. Muscles are muscles. You train them the same regardless. It's just how far you want to carry it.
Among the newest innovations in weight training equipment is a computerized strength tester by Cybex, a system that gives athletes an on-the-spot assessment of their strength. Just one of many new directions in which the sport and science of weight training is heading. Cybex, strength and rehabilitation products. The most effective tools you can buy. Emphasis on quality. Designed to accommodate the widest variety of individuals without compromise in performance, safety, or comfort. Knowing how the human body responds to exercise gives us a decided edge into the understanding of how to build effective training systems. Cybex. Ask for it at your gym today.
Southern California is hopping, folks, because the Ms. Olympia is in town. The 12th annual Ms. O from the Shrine Auditorium. Hey, if you're looking for the perfect game, the perfect shot, the perfect body, the perfect place is ESPN Wednesday nights for ladies pro bowling, plus major championship action in billiards, and of course bodybuilding. Coming up Wednesday, October 16th, the Columbia 300 Bowling Open at 9:30, U.S. Open Men's Billiards, and at 10:30, the NPC Women's Junior Nationals Bodybuilding. We have but two bodybuilders left. Let's go back downstage.
Hot off her first professional win in the Jantana Classic, contestant number 14 owns her own wallpapering business and enjoys water skiing. Her dream is to be successful in bodybuilding so that she can be a role model for others. She's in 10th place right now. From Tustin, California, Miss Sue Gafner.
Sue Gafner is just a little thing. She's 5'2½". I wouldn't say that to her face, though, just a little thing. She's 120 pounds of hard muscle at 28 years old. She's been a relatively, Mario, late bloomer. She started at the age of 24, so she really is just in her 20s, has developed bodybuilding as a sport.
That's right, and she comes into this show from winning a pro competition earlier this summer.
She starts in a cradle position, opens up. What is she trying to show off here?
I think she's trying to show off her femininity and symmetry. She's moving very gracefully, playing with emotions.
She told me yesterday after prejudging that her strength is overall. I mean, there is not one body part. It is the overall, and just as you mentioned, the symmetry, and I think that's what she has to do here on stage.
That's right, Joe.
There you go.
When you think that she's going against Lenda Murray, who's over 150 pounds.
Right. That's exactly right. So she gives over 30 pounds to Lenda Murray and the Sandy Riddells and the Bev Francises. So weight-wise, she is in the lighter class, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's at a disadvantage. Been married for 9 years. Her husband Eric is here to cheer her on. For a beautiful girl. She has, you know, on the stage, look at the smile. She has such an infectious smile, and it's to her benefit.
Her smile makes you feel happy.
It does. It really does. Oh, but do you know, Mario, what she's going through? Months and months of dieting. Of course you know.
I do.
She has to smile up there after all these weeks of depriving herself.
That's right, but she knows that after this is over, she can take a little vacation and eat a little bit of fun things again.
Not necessarily in that order. It's eat first, then vacation. Look at her, come along, she says. She's going to get down with some rock and roll.
She's a good poser. I saw her guest pose in Honolulu a couple of weeks ago, and she brought the house down there.
Well, she has made great progress in her career. As I say, she's only been training for 4 years. This is her first Ms. O. And she's representing herself well. At the age of 28, she's got several years of competition in her. This is invaluable, this kind of stage presence, this kind of pressure that she's under. There's a good shot of the back. Sometimes to have the hair hanging down is not to an advantage. You want to see those shoulders, and she's hiding it.
That's right. She probably thinks that at the pre-judging she already showed her muscularity more, and here she just concentrates on the artistic part of it.
This is beautiful. Speaking about the artistic part of it, we're seeing it.
Nice.
Oh, there she is.
Nice. Look at that smile.
Beautiful. That's Sue Gafner from Tucson, California. And she gets a terrific response from the crowd at the Shrine Auditorium. Let's continue with Carla and Jake.
Originally from England and now training at Strong and Shapely Gym in Edgewater, New Jersey, our next competitor is a 1989 national champion who also competed in track and field for 10 years. She's a personal trainer and is in 5th place. Please welcome Sharon Marvel.
Mario, Sharon Marvel from Edgewater, New Jersey. And that is her last name. How appropriate, because she is a marvel. I think she came out of nowhere. If you're going to pick a year and you say the surprise in '89 was Sandy Riddell, the surprise last year was Lenda Murray, the surprise this year, I believe, is Sharon Marvel. She comes out of nowhere, literally, and finishes 5th after prejudging.
She is in superb condition.
She is not the heaviest, not the tallest, but her legs and her symmetry are tops. 5'3", 135 pounds. She's been training and competing for 6 years. A personal trainer who
Look
ran
at those
track.
legs.
Yeah, there's
Check out
the
the
strength.
legs.
You're right. Check out those legs.
Here we go.
Oh,
look at the definition.
That's terrific.
That is unbelievable. Sharon is in shape.
She's in the best shape of her life, she says, and she was encouraged by yesterday's prejudging, and why not be?
She did very well. She actually looked to me as the most shredded, most defined woman out there, and today she looks very sharp. Her posing is
Here we go.
Here we go. That's it. The audience always loves.
Nice shot, gang.
The audience always loves her leg posing.
Is it safe for me to say that Sharon is a smaller version of Lenda Murray?
I think you're right, Joe.
Really?
I think you are.
And again, that's not taking anything away from her. Being a smaller version of Lenda Murray is a compliment. She can take advantage of that.
Nice posing.
Wow. Sharon Marvel. She has thrilled the audiences over the last 2 days of the Miss Olympia. What do you think, folks? Do you believe that Sharon should be in the top 10? You be the judge. All you have to do is call 1-900-PUMP-IRON. 1-900-PUMP-IRON. You make to call. It's only 99 cents per call, and you, in fact, can place your vote for the lady you believe should win the Ms. Olympia. And boy, we just got a little peek at Carla Dunlap down there doing a few poses. Not bad. We're going to be treated to more. That's right. We're going to find out our top 10 as the Ms. Olympia continues from the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, California, right after this.
When you work your body this hard, you'd better feed it right. With Morinew, the nutritious cholesterol-free vegetable protein that's rich in amino acids, yet low in saturated fat. Morinew transforms the power of the soybean into a creamy tofu you can use in all your favorite dishes, from protein shakes to healthy main entrees. Look for Morinew in the produce department of your supermarket, because tofu does a body better, and Morinew does it best.
Welcome back to the 1991 Joe Weider's Ms. Olympia competition, the most coveted competition in the world. Marjo Selin and Joe Fowler joining you from our bird's eye view of this stage. Well, we have seen all 15. Do you have a favorite, Marjo?
Oh, Joe, that's so hard because I know all these ladies personally. I want them all to win. But based on their shape and their performance, I think the top 3 in my mind should be Lenda Murray, Laura Creavalle, and Sharon Marvel.
Okay, well, if people here, those 3 that you mentioned, could do as well as some of the winners of the past, they'd be doing themselves proud. Among those winners of the past, do you remember the name Rachel McLish? That's right, from Texas. She stunned the world many years ago. Take a look.
1980 marked an important year for women's bodybuilding, for on August 30th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the world was introduced to the Ms. Olympia contest, and in turn, the show's first winner, Rachel McLish. Rachel brought to the sport a unique blend of muscle and beauty, style and grace, and a charisma that attracted the everyday woman to the sport of bodybuilding, whether they wanted to look like her or win like her. Rachel set the standard that women strove to attain. Not content to just win bodybuilding contests, Rachel was the first to preach the bodybuilding lifestyle through books and videos and led the fitness craze mainstream as a spokesperson for holiday health spas. Today, Rachel is an accomplished actress in both television and feature films. It is her unique ability to portray women as secure in their strength and beauty that has made Rachel McLish the role model of women worldwide.
Actress in both television and feature films. It is her unique ability to portray women as secure in their strength and beauty that has made Rachel McLish the role model of women worldwide. It is with great pleasure and honor that I present bodybuilding's Lifetime Achievement Award to the first Miss Olympia of the sport, Ms. Rachel McLish McDish.
Rachel, I consider it a great honor that I've been chosen to give you this Lifetime Achievement Award. Your reign wasn't too long as Miss Olympia, but it sure electrified the sport. And I'm so proud the way you upheld the spirit and the character of our sport. I'm sure that all the bodybuilders all over the world appreciate what you've done for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a very warm reception. It's been a long time since I've been on a Miss Olympia stage, and I have so many people to thank. Joe Weider, of course, being one of them, and all of you have meant so much to me, because without you, I never would have done it. Nobody succeeds by themselves. Coming from a very small town in Texas, my first big adventure was going to Atlantic City in 1980 and winning that first competition. I'll never forget it. Shortly thereafter, the Miss Olympia, and needless to say, my life has never been the same since. bodybuilding has really given me the opportunity to realize my dreams. And the fact that we live in America, if you want something bad enough and if you work at it, you can really get it. Thank you for everything very much.
One of only 5 Ms. Olympias over the years, Rachel McLish. So who do you think, folks? You be the judge. Call 1-900-PUMP-IRON. 1-900-PUMP-IRON. Pick your favorites. Our 10 top contestants are coming up next. They will be pared down to 6, and then we will have the pose down. It's all coming up next as the Miss Olympia continues.
No one has more ways to make your fitness dreams come true. Weider, the total fitness company.
Want to look like this?
Get in on the secret. Cybergenics builds muscle fast.
Look, this is me before Cybergenics. This is me after.
Experts like the International Sports Symposium and Muscle Training Illustrated agree that Cybergenics is the first true and potent alternative to steroids.
In 60 days, you can put on 20 pounds of muscle. I know, because I did it.
This dual-phase 60-day program combines revolutionary potent anabolic formulas with a 72-page advanced systems training manual. This powerful innovation promotes maximum muscular size and strength while significantly reducing unwanted body fat. Act now and you'll receive Cybergenics the video, a must for amateurs and professionals alike. Don't miss out. This $39 value is yours absolutely free through this special TV offer. Call now. To order Cybergenics for $139.95 and receive your free training video, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-635-8970.
You guys got to get crazy when these gals come out here. Got to show them what an LA audience is like. Here we go.
Let's bring the top 10 finalists on the stage right now.
Yeah, let's hear it. Okay, presenting the award, 10th place, and a check for $1,500 is Dr. Tom Dieters, editor-in-chief of Muscle and Fitness magazine. In 10th place, Sue Gafner.
Presenting the award. Let's let that get. Presenting the award in 9th place and a check for $2,000 is John Bailiff, publisher of Iron Man magazine. And in 9th place, Claudia Montemaggi.
Now presenting the award for 8th place and a check for $2,500 is Joe Bucci from the Marina Pacific Hotel. 8th place goes to Anja Schreiner.
Presenting the award to 7th place and a check for $3,000 is Bill Walbricker, president of Fidelity Federal Bank. 7th place goes to Diana Dennis.
Hey, Carl, I just want to thank you for doing such a great job, and the whole gang out here has been really terrific. Gang, give yourself a hand.
Really?
Give yourself a hand. You did a great job tonight.
Thank you for being patient, and give those competitors a big hand.
A big round of applause. And now we're down to the final 6. To call the mandatory poses in this final round is the chairman of the IFBB Professional Committee, Wayne D'Amelia.
May we have competitors 10, 9, 8, and 7 please leave the stage. And we'd like to give these ladies one more hand as we leave our top on
stage. Ladies, close ranks, please. Feet together. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn facing front. Double bicep. Side chest. Rear double bicep.
Okay. We are listening to Wayne D'Amelia call out the mandatory poses. Let's identify our top 6. Shelley Beattie, Laura Creavalle, Sandy Riddell, Lenda Murray, Bev Francis, and Sharon Marvel have made it to the top 6. And we come back, they will be posing, and they will also pose down. Stay with us for the fun part next. You are looking live at 6 world-class bodybuilders, and we are in the pose down. Marjo Selin, what do you think? I think Sharon Marvel in there is looking good, and I believe that Shelley Beattie, who is the second from the right, had such a strong free pose that she found her way in because she didn't do well in prejudging. So this is where they're chasing.
That's right, Joe. And at this point, when I see the 6 finalists together, I think it's going to be between Linda and Bev.
Let me identify as you see them from left to right. Sharon Marvel is on the far left, but now we can see Shelley Beattie is next to her. We're going to take you downstage as these ladies pose down. There's Bev Francis. There's Lenda Murray. We'll take you downstairs to Jake Steinfeld.
Okay, gang. It's time to present the awards for the top 6 places in the 1991 Miss Olympia.
Presenting presenting the award for 6th place and a check for $4,000 is Andreas Colling of Vallejo Belts. And our 6th place winner is Shelley Beattie.
Presenting the award to 5th place and a check for $5,000 is Manny Duran of Mori New Tofu. 5th place goes to Sharon Marvel.
Let's get down. They're presenting the award for 4th place and a check for $7,500 is Art Gutierrez from Cybex Strength Systems. And our 4th place award goes to Sandy Riddell.
Presenting the award for third place and a check for $13,000 is Alan Dalphin. Richard Bizarro and Eric Weider from Weider Health and Fitness. In third place, Laura Creavalle. Alan Dalphin, Richard Bizarro, and Eric Weider presenting the award.
Presenting the award to second place. Folks, quiet down because you want to hear this. Second place and a check for $20,000 is Pete Grymkowski, president of Gold's Gym. Second place this year goes to New York City's Bev Francis.
And presenting the award and a check for $35,000 to the 1991 Miss Olympia is Joe Weider of Weider Health and Fitness and Ben Weider, president of the International Federation of Bodybuilders. 1991 Miss Olympia, Lenda Murray.
Bev Francis is denied one more time, and for the second year in a row, Lenda Murray is your Ms. Olympia. We'll be back with an interview with the champ right after this.
There's more to victory than just pumping iron. That's why Weider products deliver unsurpassed quality through precision research at the highest standards available to you. From the pioneers in athletic performance nutrition. At Weider, the legacy continues with victory for you.
Welcome back to the home of bodybuilding, Los Angeles, California, and the Ms. Olympia Bodybuilding Championship. Brought to you tonight in part by Weider Health and Fitness, the total fitness company. And by Great Earth Vitamin Stores, the leaders in nutrition throughout America. And by Vallejo, the ultimate workout belt. Lenda Murray is our champion for the second year in a row, and she is standing by downstairs.
Thank you very much, Joe. Lenda, second time. How's it feel compared to the first one?
Oh my God, it feels great. This is so much work. I had to travel all year and still be able to train and be consistent with my training. But Bev Francis gave me a run for my money this year. All these women were in such great shape this year.
Any doubt going in today? You were second going into the competition today. Any doubt in your mind that you might come up a little short?
No, there was no doubt in my mind because I have faith in God, and he was there with me on stage the whole time. I'm very blessed, and so I felt like number one regardless. I had a lot of faith.
Congratulations, $35,000. She's buying dinner. Up to Joe upstairs.
All right, Hugh, thank you. Marjo, she is a true champion. She's a gracious champion as well.
Thank you.
Yep, she really, really represents the sport quite well. Lenda Murray is our Ms. Olympia champion for 1991. And again, the sport dominated by just 5 names over 12 years. 4, Carla Dunlap, Jake Steinfeld, Hugh Malay, and Marjo Selin. This is Joe Fowler. Thank you very much for watching the 1991 Ms. Olympia Championship Hotel Accommodations. This show was produced for ESPN by Pro Muscle Management Incorporated, Venice, California. Tonight's show produced for ESPN by American Sports Network Incorporated, Rosemead, California. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.